What's the right thing to do there?
You need to chuck it, don't you?
Yeah, so I just spun it and lobbed.
No.
Do you want to explain what we're doing today?
A while ago now, we did an episode all about confessions with Alfie and Dre. In that episode, we did, I believe it was 3 confessions each.
Yeah, of stuff that actually happened to us. Yeah.
The worst things we've ever done. And someone tweeted us the other day and basically said you should do a follow-up where you listen to listeners' confessions.
Okay. So when you say listen to them, they've sent in voice notes, have they?
Where we read listeners' confessions. I created a Google form for people to submit anonymously, so we don't know who did these. And my guess is that a load of people just chat about shit. Can we just jump straight in?
Let's jump straight into it, yeah.
Looks like a terrible one to start as well. When I was young, about 5 or 6, I was dared to shit behind a bin. I did it, and lo and behold, I got caught by our neighbour and got grounded.
The real problem in that story is why does the neighbour have the power to ground him?
That's how I read it, but I imagine the neighbour told their parents.
Sorry, they're 5 or 6. Where are they going out on their own to get grounded?
It's just in the back garden. And also,
where are they getting grounded? Grounded means like you have to stay in.
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Sorry, you can't go out on your own. You're 5-year-old.
Or maybe that's just to teach them where to shit. Like, you're not allowed outside anymore. You have to stay in here and shit. Maybe.
Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it?
What are we saying about this shitter then?
It was 5. It's feasible.
It's believable. It's not your fault. You're a child. I think the penalty is a bit harsh. I don't understand what you were grounded from doing.
Yeah.
I guess you couldn't go around your mates. Like, you couldn't have play dates after school. Is that what they call them?
Play
Maybe,
dates.
yeah.
Are you suddenly 55?
I don't know. I didn't have friends at school.
Have you started courting?
When I came in from being out one morning, I ran into my house to take a shit. Why are these all about this?
To be fair, when you said we're going to get people to submit their confessions, I was like, it's going to be a whole lot of feces.
Yeah. I ran into my house to take a shit, but my mum was in a toilet. I was that desperate that I squatted over the washing up.
I squat over my mum. Through her legs.
Did he go outside and then get grounded? Because that's really harsh.
Yeah.
I was that desperate I squatted over the washing up bowl, bang spat in the middle of my living room and curled one out. Disclaimer, I chucked the bowl away after and went to Asda for a new one.
Right, I can believe this.
I can believe it.
Yeah, this is a good one.
I do believe it. Have you ever had to do something like that?
Yeah, but I don't know how willing I am to say it on the podcast.
What's this you?
Yes.
I think you should just tell us.
I needed to...
Why don't you say someone else?
Someone else?
What was his name?
Jake.
Mac Bean?
Mac Bean. Sounds like a McDonald's character.
Yeah, there you go.
The new veggie range.
Yeah.
No, someone I know needed to go to the toilet at a festival, but the toilets were horrible. So I really didn't want to go in there. If I know them, they really did not want to go in there. Yeah. So I was in the tent and was like, oh God, because like it had been 3 days and they really needed to have a thing. So then there was
Please say Pringles can.
A Polo's tube. It takes a lot of skill.
A sieve.
This is so bad, by the way. This is genuinely my confession, right?
Your mate's confession.
Yeah. Mac Bean.
So it was like the case that your sleeping bag comes in.
Yeah.
But like one of the pillows. So I did that. But then I had this... Sorry, Fiona. I'm so sorry. My friend had this thing in a bag and didn't know what to do with it. And it was like 2 a.m. So what do you do with it? What's the right thing to do?
Did you eat it?
What's the right thing to do there?
You need to chuck it, don't you?
Yeah, so I just spun it and lobbed.
No. No.
Your mate is an animal.
He didn't.
Have I told the story any before of when a friend of mine closed a pub by doing a shit?
No.
No? Okay. So I'm not going to name him for obvious reasons.
Mac Bean.
Yeah. It's not, and it isn't me. But we were out on... We had this night. We used to have this night called Mental Wednesday that we go on occasionally because we went out once on a Wednesday and everything went out of control. Someone nearly died. Like people, it all went a bit crazy. So occasionally we had this repeat. Let's have Mental Wednesday 2, and this is Mental Wednesday 2. We're in London Bridge, and we went out. So we're at about. We went to this. There's this pub called I think like the St Christopher's Inn. So it's like a backpacking hostel, and there's a pub there. And we went in there. We're quite early on in the night. And a friend of mine went down the toilet, came back in, and we just got some beers. We sat there chatting and sat at the bar. And he came over and said, oh, we have to leave now. I went, what? He goes something's happened. We have to go now. He went, can we just finish our drinks? He goes, no, now, quick, knock about. So he knocked about. Went out, and he said, I went in he went in the toilet, and he was desperate to go. There's only one cubicle. So he went in there, and he said it was like a disgusting toilet. He said he couldn't sit on it. There was a piss over it. He said it was like train spotting sort of thing. Yes, he said, what I'll do is I will crouch over. He's desperate to go. He said, I'll just crouch over it and like try and shit in without touching it. He said he doesn't understand that happened. He said it just exploded up the walls. It was like someone had like turned on like a sprinkler of shit. He said it went everywhere. And we were going, it can't be that bad. He goes, I don't understand how it happened. We said, what? I said, it can't be that bad. It can't be that bad that we had to leave. He goes, honestly, he goes, you know those massive toilet roll things, the ones you only get in like pubs, the really thick ones. He goes, I use an entire one of those, and he goes, and I reckon I got 25% of it. But we're going, it can't be that much. Anyway, so we went on to some other places and a few drinks. So eventually later on the night, we went, come on, let's go back to that place. It's the only place open. We went back there and we were quite drunk. We got some drinks there for a few minutes. And then the barman came on and went, lads, I'm really sorry. You're going to have to drink these up and go. He goes, how come? He goes, I'm going to have to shut the pub. He goes, some bloke downstairs has shot up the walls of the toilet. I'm going to have to shut the pub. It's not health and safety. We can't have health and safety like this. We need to properly deep clean the toilet. We have to close the pub. First we were going, that can't be true, but it is.
Wow.
That's some dump, that, isn't it?
That is fucking rank.
That is awful.
That is rank. Where,
you see, these are the confessions that the viewers should be churning out, not just...
I've just said about pooing at a festival. That's not my proudest moment.
Mac Bean's proudest moment.
yeah. All right, let's have another one.
I wipe standing up after shitting.
I've got a mate that does this.
Is his name Mac Bean?
No, I've genuinely got a mate that does this. Genuinely, he shit standing up. Harry from the side.
Hold on. That isn't what they've said.
Shit standing up?
He does, yeah. Shout out Josh. Shit standing up.
Who?
He said, Josh. Bleep the surname, Katie. Yeah, just like specifically.
So what, he'll just stand up and shit?
Yeah, he stands up to shit. Harry from the Sidemen does this.
That isn't what it said.
How does that work? Do you just shit down your legs?
No, because you're loping your legs. You're like almost like in a star jump position. I would imagine.
What do you do? Put like
don't know,
two
what
stools
do you
either
do?
side of the toilet,
I don't do this.
and then put your stool in the middle.
I think in some other cultures, isn't it their culture that they don't?
Right? Are you talking about people who crouch over the toilet?
Yeah,
Okay, that's different from standing up.
So when you're crouching like that,
oh yeah, absolutely fine.
You're crouching like that,
yeah.
But you're just doing that.
That's weird.
Are you sure they're not crouching over the toilet? Because that I can get.
No.
They just stood there.
No, Josh shit standing up, and so does Harry from the Sidemen.
Is this fact?
I've seen them talk about it on videos before. I think.
But I will quickly state the confession was that they wipe standing up after shitting sitting down.
I've got to say now, I fucking detest how much shit we are talking about. It's such a vulgar
This is
topic.
our listeners.
Yeah, you're disgusting.
Yeah.
You need to have a long, hard look at yourself. What? They wipe standing up.
Yeah.
Right? Why?
I don't know.
I mean, if you like, I'm almost more okay with shitting standing up because at least you're doing the whole process in one position. If you're sat down and then you've got to move and then like just do it all in one clean swoop.
My brother knew a guy that was chatting in a bar or something like that with these when he used to live in Korea, and this guy was chatting to him, goes and they're having like a little confessions little thing, chatting about things. And this guy goes, when do you stop wiping your ass? My brother goes like, what do you mean? He goes like, when there's how much left on the paper. I go, what? He goes like, when do you stop? When there's how much left on the paper? He goes, well, nothing. And he goes, oh, right. What's this place going? That'll do. I think I've got most of it.
That is fucking vulgar.
Rancid in it. Yeah. That moment you discover that you're a person who does not properly wipe their arse. It's horrendous.
Large artery near his groin. It had missed it by about 3 millimeters. Yeah.
And you lied about it.